5 minutes ago, after this meeting started, y'all posted this on Facebook, knowing we were all coming here. Our mayor isn't here. Our Daniel is on vacation. Tell me that this is not shady business. Shame on all of y'all.
Not a good look at all. Shame, not a good look. Shame.
And you give us decorum rules. Y'all follow decorum rules.
Oh my God, yesterday was crazy. So I wanted to give you some idea of what happened yesterday at that Taylor City Hall Town Hall meeting. This is funny. I shouldn't say funny. When I called my personal trainer after it was done, we talked about it a little bit, and he's like, wow, I am so not shocked at what they did. This gentleman left 87 acres of land for $10 to the city for use as future parkland. After this gentleman died, the city turned around and sold that land for $10 million to a company called Blueprint to be made into an AI data center. An AI data center is not a park. In fact, it is the opposite. Now, I took a lot more interest in the project after the video I did talking about it got botted. And one of the things that I noticed when I analyzed the comments from the bots and I analyzed the communications from every single person who worked for the city for the past 2 years, yes, I looked into it. I noticed that there's a gentleman named Daniel Seguin, the city's executive director of community services, and a lot of the stuff that the bots were saying were almost word for word exactly the same thing as what he was saying. Now, I can't tell you that the director of community services for the city botted my comment section because I don't have exact evidence of that. What I can tell you is that, in my opinion, the comments made by the bots are almost word for word identical to the director of community services, who didn't show up to yesterday's town hall meeting. You know who else didn't show up to yesterday's town hall meeting? The mayor.
We require because we want land and human-centered zoning.
Yeah, he was missing. It follows something similar to what happened in Austin, where the Austin City Council, right after a bunch of people signed up to speak on an issue, would wait to the last minute to say that we are going to toss this item off the agenda. This is similar, but in my opinion, way worse. So this town is approximately a population of, 15 to 16,000 people, give or take, and they got 1,400 signatures on a petition to put this on the ballot so that people could vote on whether or not this land that was originally supposed to be a park could be zoned to be used for an AI data center. And they submitted the petition. They made sure all their I's were dotted and their T's were crossed.
We initiated our petition on February the 1st, 2026. The petition that we submitted included a total of 1,400 signatures. From start to finish, it took us 130 days to get these 1,400 signatures. The vast majority of these signatures, well over 1,000, were registered municipal voters from the city of Taylor. We verified these voters' names. We verified these voters were registered, and we verified that they were eligible to vote prior to providing the original petition to the city of Taylor. This petition met the rules established under Article 15, Section 15.1 of the city charter, proposing a citizen-led ordinance.
Here's what the city did.
5 minutes ago, posted on the Taylor Municipal website. The City of Taylor has completed its review for initiative petition regarding data center development, has determined that under Texas law, the measure may not be adopted through the initiative process or placed on the ballot. The determination follows certification of the petition signatures and a review of how state law applies to the requested action. Members of the community, blah, blah, blah. So basically, all of us here speaking, they're not accepting our petition. So we're going through all this. Just keep that in mind as you come up to speak. 5 minutes ago, after this meeting started, y'all posted this on Facebook, knowing we were all coming here. Our mayor isn't here. Our Daniel is on vacation. Tell me that this is not shady business. Shame on all of y'all.
Not a good look at all. Shame, not a good look. Shame.
And you give us decorum rules. Y'all follow decorum rules.
A few minutes before the hearing started, they made a Facebook post saying, we are not going to be doing anything with this whatsoever. And we know why that's the case, because if they said ahead of time, hey, we're ignoring this petition, we're not going to do anything about it, in spite of the fact that you got 1,400 signatures, that they probably would have had 1,400 people show up to the town hall meeting rather than the approximately 50 to 100 that actually showed up. I don't think that they wanted to face those people, and in my opinion, based on the mayor's absence, I don't think he wanted to face anybody.
I'm told all the time, hey, you know what? You'd probably get your way if you're not so aggressive. And I'm not aggressive. I haven't been aggressive yet, but I'm aggressive tonight because I'm angry. I'm angry that we're missing a quorum. I'm angry that people are on vacation, and y'all know that we were coming here. You know that we were working on this. You know that you did not communicate to us for the last 2 weeks to even let us know that you had the petition, that you started the verification process. You posted 3 minutes before this meeting started. While we're here, people have come for Houston. And you know what? You have the audacity to sit up there and tell us, be civil.
The most cowardly part of all of this is that they sent out this guy, who you could see is sweating, nervous, and shaking, to give a prepared statement in front of everybody when he's not the one that actually made the decision. The person who makes the decision are the city council and the mayor, and they hung him out to dry. That, in my opinion, that's just highly fucked up.
I am the communications manager. It was posted, yes.
Yeah, you wanna take that on? Don't say that.
It was
Say the city.
correct. This was the city decision.
We're trying to help you.
Yeah,
We just want to know whose
don't take that on.
We just want to know whose decision it was proposed to.
You've got everybody asking who made this Facebook post, because if you've known for 2 weeks that you were not going to honor this petition or even consider this petition, why would you wait until a minute or two after the meeting started to post that? Who posted this? And you could see that the guy says, it was posted. Yes, I work for the city. Yes, I do communications for the city. It was posted. But he doesn't have it in him to say, I was the one who posted it, because he is, in my opinion, a coward. However, he is not nearly as cowardly as the actual mayor and the city council, who are hanging him out to dry. He's the one that has to actually deal with people. He's the one whose job it is to communicate this to people, while the mayor doesn't even show up. If I were him, I would have called in sick that day.
Does it feel hot in here? It should.
Now, there was some really good input from the people in the town. My personal favorite, and I hope that this starts getting used everywhere, is this. It kind of reminds me of the Sons of the Harpy stuff from Game of Thrones. It would be funny if these people just started humming. The city council is giving out a list of rules of what you are and are not allowed to do, and I think this gentleman took advantage of that perfectly, because it does not say that you're not allowed to hum on that list, and he did this.
Howdy. I've lived in Taylor for 30 years, and I have voted in Taylor for 30 years. I have 7 points I'd like to make. Number one, it was stated that the perimeter, not the unit, but the perimeter itself would be 70 decibels. I brought my phone not to keep track of my notes, but to measure decibels, and I need y'all's help. Would you hum or buzz, and I'll tell you when we hit 70 decibels, and I want you to hold it for the whole 3 minutes, because once this starts, it's 24/7 forever, okay? Hum or buzz? Hold it right there, hold it right there. Keep going the whole time. Okay, that's what you get 24/7 for the rest of your life. The other issue that we have is that it was stated that there would be 5 million gallons used to fill the data center. There's actually 6 buildings in the data center. It takes 6 times that 5 million gallons. It'll take 30 million gallons. 5 million was 1 day's use of water by every citizen in Taylor. So that's 6 days' use of water by every citizen in Taylor that is going to go to the data center. And then it'll also be refilled when it needs maintenance. When it needs maintenance, the water that's in the system will be dumped. Where will it be dumped? They add anti-corrosions to that water. How is that going to be cleaned out? That goes into the ground. That's going to go into our water system. Number 3, where's the electric usage going to come from? Do we have extra usage in the winter? Do they ask us to turn things down? In the summer, do they ask us to set our electric on less so we'll be hotter? Yes. So where's that going to come from? Is the data center going to build an energy plant? 4th, it is not an employment center as it was previously stated. That just shows that there's been deception involved. I'll move on. Number 5, if things go wrong with the data center, if they do things wrong, what is our recourse? Lawsuits. How do lawsuits go? The people with the money force settlements on the people that don't have the money. Who has more money? Samsung or data centers or Taylor? Figure that one out. Number 6. Data. Keep on, come on. You gotta keep on. This is 24/7 for the rest of your life. Data centers put out air that is 14 to 25% hotter than the air around it. That usually this causes 3% or 4% increase in the temperature of the area. Who wants the temperature to go up 4 degrees in Taylor? Anybody? I know, we can't hear. We have to scream to hear each other because of the sound of the data center going. And lastly, I want to say thank you. We are Taylor. We vote. You answer to us. And if you don't do what we want and support a separate zoning district for data centers so that they can be regulated as they should be, then we will vote for something different. Thank you.
You know, there's a saying like, Lois, are you better not bring the stuff from New York when you come here?
Building on that foundation, the city is updating its current comprehensive master plan for water and wastewater to reflect anticipated demands across the region, including development outside the current city limits. And when will these new plans will be presented in the near future, the plan will provide a clear roadmap for reliable water supply and wastewater collection for decades to come.
We just don't trust you.
Finally, we are monitoring the state's actions about data center regulation and will be incorporating any required changes as we move through our plan and code amendments. We recognize and respect the passion and commitment behind this petition.
What happened today?
We hope every resident who cares about Taylor's future will stay engaged as this work moves forward.
Is so
And I'm
disrespectful.
so sorry. I know you guys put a tremendous amount of effort in this. And
This is not, we are asking you to do your job.
Shame.
You could do the thing we're asking you to do.
I'm so sorry, but we can't do it. We're not going to take any action tonight. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
If that's not an adequate response, you can come to the Blacksboro with me, and we're gonna work on an adequate response. I'll see you there.
Bro, I didn't need to bring shit from New York. Texas got enough corruption for the next century. I feel bad because at some point I was laughing, and I wasn't laughing at the people. I was just laughing at the situation. My dad had always said, you could either laugh or cry, and I'd rather be laughing. And there were times where I felt guilty because behind the camera I was laughing because I'm just looking at the look on the face of the city council members. How are you going to explain to people that this is not a result of blatant corruption? How are you going to get anybody to believe that there was not some sort of backroom deal where one of you got paid for this? And somebody brought this up, and it was a really good point.
Elections are small in Taylor. 1,400 votes is quite a lot of votes in Taylor. None of you were elected with 1,400 votes. Not one of you. I don't think two of you together were elected with 1,400 votes.
This is a small town. When you look at the number of people that filed this petition because they want to be able to vote on whether or not this zoning is allowed, that's like 10% of the town. That's crazy. That would be like a statewide petition in Texas that got 3 million signatures, or a petition in New York City that got 800 or 900,000. That's a lot of people. And to ignore all those people when, as he says, these people are voted in by much slimmer margins than the people that actually signed this petition, I can't figure out for the life of me what the incentive structures are without there being some sort of bag of cash that's being given to each of them. I'm not saying that's what happened. I don't have proof that that's what happened. I'm saying I can't imagine what else would make it worth it. What would make it worth it for you to be hated by your entire community, to fuck over a man who gave away 87 acres of his land charitably, who's literally dead and can't even defend himself or his original intention, all for this? It doesn't make sense. I can't make any sense of it besides somebody just getting a bag of cash behind the door.
So after certifying the petition signatures with Williamson County and consulting with outside legal counsel, the city council determined that the measure can't move forward through the initiative process because state law does not allow a city to enact or change its zoning by popular vote. According to Texas law, zoning may be established only through the process the legislature has prescribed. That includes review by the Planning and Zoning Commission, published and mailed notice to affected property owners, and a public hearing. Because this initiative process cannot satisfy those requirements, the council will take no action on the petition and will not place the measure on the ballot. We do want to assure residents that we have heard the concerns raised by members of our community on the data center issues. And council wants to be clear that this determination is about the legal processes available to the city and not a judgment on the concerns put forth by the community members who organized and signed the petition. The city is actively pursuing amendments to its comprehensive plan and land development code to address not only data centers, but all digital infrastructure. The proposed amendments would create new requirements for such uses, including environmental protection, performance and compatibility measures to protect neighborhoods, noise mitigation, air quality, and water conservation. A link to those draft regulations is now available on the city's website and social media. Feedback will be accepted through the month of July.
When did the city know that this position could legally move forward?
This is all I've got for you. This is my prepared statement.
But why wait till the last minute? Why wait at the beginning of the meeting?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Why this is why we don't trust you. Why did you disrespect us?
You disrespected the system of
So
Taylor.
the city is basically protecting itself and not the community?
Hey Jared, is there someone that we can direct questions to that would have more details about this?
This is the statement of the city at this time.
He's the PR guy.
Okay, so you're using.
He doesn't make the decisions though, it's not his fault. He doesn't make
He ran out of town. The mayor went on vacation.
credit, he showed up. The mayor did.
Yeah.
He showed up as the messenger.
That's where the bar is.
We love you, Jared.
Yeah, we give you that.
We're not calling the messenger, but we're sending a message back. They know it's disrespectful. They know what we want,
Right.
and you're doing the job as well.
As I mentioned, this is not about the judgment on the concerns, it's the legal process.
But the way that it happened, this legal process could have been communicated at any point in time. The amount of disrespect to the community over and over again.
It's gonna take the city longer.
3 minutes now.
I'm going to keep doing this. I had a lot of fun traveling back in the day when I was doing the right to repair hearings and traveling across the country, speaking with people, going back and forth and the stuff that the opposition lobbyists said. I find this stuff fun, and I especially find it fun catching the people that, in my opinion, are bottom of my comment section. What I'd like from all of you is to stay involved in your local community. Like, don't just show up one day because I'm showing up at my camera and I tell you to show up. Don't just show up because there's a city council meeting. Show up every single day. Everybody there went to this cool looking bar coffee place to talk afterwards, and there were about 40 or 50 people there going over what it is they were going to do to help fix their city. And that's what I've been trying to do with this channel for the past 15 years. That's what the Clippy movement is all about. Just do what you can, where you can, clean up your corner of the world. If everybody did that, maybe you'd have less mayor pro tems like this. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'm going to have a word from our sponsor. So just if you don't want to watch an ad, I will give you time to take your phone out of your pocket, hit pause or X, find the browser tab and hit mute so you don't have to listen to it. This channel has had no sponsors for 14 years and is fully sponsored by me. I'm selling off some of my old stuff and stuff that I'm not using to fund the gear that I've gotten to do these live streams and do a little bit more travel around the state of Texas. I got my P-Track 8525 particle counter fixed and fully calibrated, so it's going to be fun to take this to some of the places where they have data centers, and I'm also getting some infrasound recording equipment, and to fund that, I'm selling a lot of my old stuff. So this is a LiveView Pro HDMI streaming unit. It's a little bit too bulky for me because I wanted something that was a little bit more portable. It has 2 LTE modems, so it bonds them together, so when you're live streaming, if one modem goes bad, you can use the other ones. You can tell it, use T-Mobile and use Verizon, whichever one's better in the area, it'll work with. This is a Peplink Transit Max Pro Duo router. You'll see this a lot at RV parks. You usually mount it to an antenna that goes on top of your RV, and it also allows bonding, so you can have 2 separate SIM cards in here, and it'll use both of them at the same time to increase the speed or the reliability in your connection based on your preferences. This is one of my original YouTube cameras that I got back in 2013 or 2014 when I first started investing in the camera, and it also comes with a motorized 18 to 200 millimeter lens and another camera that I got around the same time. This is the camera that I use for my home videos that also has an 18 to 200 millimeter but non-motorized lens, and we also have Atten 862 rework stations here for sale, and Mr. Clinton the cat mouse pad. So all this old equipment is for sale. I'm not using it anymore, and I am putting the money that goes from this into all the fun new things I plan on doing with the channel. So I would like to actually travel around to some of these and record the infrasound and figure out how to put the infrasound into the audible spectrum so you could actually hear what it is that your body is feeling when you go to these data centers. I'm going to be trying to measure with my beautiful P-Track 8525 particle counter what the actual air quality is in these areas, because maybe the air, again, I'm open to the idea that I'm wrong. Maybe these data centers are creating a bunch of shit that is horrible for people, or maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm going to measure it and see. I think it'll be fun to travel to these things, same way that it was to travel to the 3D printer hearing in California. I like being a fly on the wall for governments completely ignoring their citizens, and I like trying to rally people up to that cause. So hopefully some of this old equipment that has some sentimental value to me can have some value to you if you are interested in it. That's store.rossmangroup.com, the official sponsor of Rossman YouTube channel, because who the fuck else is going to sponsor this shit? Blueprint? Ha. See you in the next video. Bye now.